Hello, how's everyone doing tonight? Just checking in on you guys, see how you're doing. Hope all is well. Hi, Susie. Hello. Happy to see you guys. So, hi, Barbara. So I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely not ready for tonight's live. Hi, Ellen. So I have just grabbed a few things like within the last 5 minutes because I lost track of time and I was working on retreat stuff. So I've decided, I pulled out these chickens because they're new and I just got them and they're so cute that I want to play around with the chickens. I'm not sure if I'll use my Misty tonight, but I wanted to have it here handy just in case. I might end up using blocks though, because let me show you what I want to do. So I want to use this Whimsy Stamps. Hey, Meg. This ticket window die. I really like this die, so we're going to use it. So I cut a pattern paper for the background with this one. So it gives me a whole scene that we probably won't see when I'm done. Hey, Beth. And then I use this one to make a second cut, which does the outline, and it also gives me all the inside pieces, these little pieces. So I cut that before the live. That is all I did to get ready. And the paper pad, super cute. It's Paper Rose, Farmhouse Friends Backgrounds. Hey, Beth 2. And Beth 1. And so that is what I thought we would do tonight. So we're going to do a just checking in on you. Somehow I have lost all of my birthday stamps. Look, I'm missing the birthday one out of here as well. How does that happen? I know it was making all of those things, all those cards for Cubs, but somehow I have misplaced all of my happy birthday stamps. That is so disappointing. But we're not making a birthday card tonight, so that will be fine. Hi, Stacy. But what I want to do is I want to stamp some of these chickens on these little pieces that I cut with my coloring paper. And I'm going to put them in here, and then we'll still have the scenic around the outside. But since I'm just going to stamp on these, I may just do that. I may just stamp it, you know. And we got to see which ones fit in there because I'm really not sure. I need to wipe off this stamp set, though, because I haven't used it yet. And I don't want it to stamp terribly for me, so we might have to test it on something before we use it. I only use the happy birthday and a couple of the other sentiments, and the happy birthday is missing, so, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is, and we're just going to roll with it from there. Hey, Meg. Hey, Ellen. Okay, so you know, we might as well do several of these little chickens. So this one, and it's not going to be all of them because all of them is not going to fit on here. I'm okay with that. This one is super cute because he's just sitting anyway. And then I'm going to do this little worm. It's so tiny, but it's so cute. And then I guess we could do the rooster since we have a chicken. So we have like 2 chickens and a rooster and a baby, a mother hen or whatever you want to call it. But I don't know. We'll see once we stamp them what they're going to look like on here. I don't know. But I do have some extra small pieces that I want to cut the little worm out with. Hey, Carl. Hey, Patsy. Hey, everybody. So I have this little worm. Don't laugh. I know he's funny looking. we'll have to fussy cut him out because I got something in the mail today that I wanted to play with, and I think I'm going to do this little guy. So this is what I got in the mail. So it comes in a cute little case here. But these are spinners. Yes, I'm very excited about them. And they're small, really, really small. So I think that when I cut out the little worm, he'll fit on this little teeny tiny spinner. And then we'll make him spin around while this little chicken is looking at him. Anyway, so I want to play with them because I've never played with them before. Don't really know how they work. I hope I don't do it backwards, but we'll figure it out as we go. So I think I'm just going to stamp these guys on here however I feel like doing it. I don't know how well they're going to stamp today, friends. So I'm going to test just to make sure because, oh yeah, they're fine. Sometimes when they're brand new, you have to like clean them off and stuff. And I just want to make sure. I think I'm going to do it a little bit down off the little piece because I don't have it on a nest. So just want it to look like it's kind of off the page a little bit. Almost like it doesn't even look like it's sitting down even though it is. And so yeah, we're going to color all these little chickens. I don't know what colors. I haven't decided. And my Ohuhu markers are sitting on top of my Copic markers, and my Olo markers are across the room. So probably, I'm guessing it's going to be Ohuhu again tonight. You know, trying to get ready for the retreat and trying to get ready for the new release. You guys, the new release, oh my gosh. All the stuff is in. I am so excited. So don't forget, we're going to have a party. Going to have a release party. If you'd like to party, you might want to be there. We're going to be doing it at, I wonder if I should do with his little feet sticking out or just the top of them. I think I'm just going to do the top of them. Over on that Happy Crafty Ho-Ho page on YouTube. And I'll post that in the group a little bit later this week. But if you want to come, you can, there'll be a free digital stamp that will be available on Friday after I do the sneak peek. And you'll be able to download it and color with me at the party. So you definitely want to join in. It's going to be awesome. And, you know, there'll be a prize or two or something. You never know what we decide to do on a whim. Okay, let's see if we can get this little guy on here. I have 3 little tabs I can use. Oh, I got him. Oh my gosh, he's so tiny, isn't he? Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Pretty sure Ellen will be there. And Drea will be there. And all of you guys. Oh, this is almost too big for my block, but I think I can make it work. I better put this little worm back on the page or I'm going to lose him. And maybe we should use these little chicken feet because, oh my gosh, they're just so cute. All right, here we go. I have no idea. I have no decision on what this is going to look like and probably won't until we get right on into it. But I want you to be able to see this big guy's little tail because that's going to be super fun to color. And I'm not going to lie, my hand's a little sore because I have been coloring and coloring and coloring a lot. when I get new stamps, I have to use an eraser. Saturday release the Crafty Ho Ho. Yay! Yeah, I haven't had to use an eraser before. I usually just wipe them off, but sometimes I have to stamp them a few times, so maybe I should try the eraser trick. You never know. There's so many little crafty tricks we can try. All right, now let's do these little feet too. We need these little feet. Okay, so the worm is going to be with this little guy. And then, so this little guy needs a few little chicken feet on the edge of his card. Like, we're just going to put them like they're walking everywhere. And we'll do one more over here. Just because it'll be cute. I just rub my fingers over them and that works. Sometimes that works for me too, Susie. Sometimes I don't bother to wipe them off. Most of the time I don't think about it, so I just rub it on my hand. Oh my goodness, these little feet are so tiny. And my nails are too long. You know how sometimes your nails get too long, you can't do anything with them? That's how I feel right now. I get them done tomorrow. We'll pick the sentiments later. Well, oh my gosh. There's one on here that says just wing it. Early chicken gets the worm. Home is where the nest is. Just chicken in. You're a good egg. Okay, we're doing just checking in. Just checking in. That's what we're going to put on there. I'm going to see if it fits over here. Well, I may have to do it on a different piece of paper. And we'll just add it. I wonder if it'll fit. Ooh, it might fit on one of them. We might as well try that. Since I already have it cut out. I could use it anywhere on the page. Let's see. Ooh, we got to be good and careful on that. At least I have one more shot if this one doesn't work. Because I have one more. Haha, perfect. That worked out great. Don't you love it when that happens? I absolutely love it when that happens. Just wing it. I know, right? Isn't that the funniest thing? I wanted to put that on there, but I really wanted to go with the one I originally thought when I did the little come join me. I said just chicken in because I was thinking of the chicken set, so that kind of works out perfectly. Okay, so now we have them stamped, so that's good. Now we have to pick some colors. So I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see all my chickens while we pick some colors. Now we're going to use Ohuhu, so yeah, so we're going to do that. We're rolling with that tonight. Should I? Should I not? Should I? Should I not? I don't know. I have to look a little longer on the colors. I mean, a little bit hesitant on the colors. Excuse me, I don't know them quite as well as the Copic colors, but no problem. We got this. What I can tell you is I don't like the way their numbers are. Very serendipitous. Perfect. I don't like their numbering system, even the new numbering system, because the way that they do it, they have all these 100 numbers stuck in between all the other numbers, and it just throws me off whenever I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with them, and it kind of drives me crazy. So, but you know, that could very well be because I'm so used to using Copics that I'm not used to using the other ones. So it's frustrating to me, but I'm sure that's just because I'm so used to the other brand. You know, because I'm a Copic girl, what can I say? both numbering systems are illogical. Yes, they are. And what I can tell you is that it's like, so I'm looking at this. This is my, you can get this chart from Sandy Allnock. I have them for all of them. And when you look at the numbers, like some of them, I'm like, okay, that was a YR. I mean, that was an R, but now it's a YR, or it was a YR and now it's an E. I'm like, what were they? I mean, even, I don't even think it fits where they have it now. So it's a little bit frustrating. I'm trying to figure it all out. And then I found the most amazing thing with this RV17. Oh my goodness. I have to show you guys because I just can't believe it. Where is RV17? Here it is. Okay, so this looks like a pink marker, right? Used is opportunity to color hex chart with both colors. Yes. So this is RV17. But when you color with this, I mean, look at this. That doesn't look pink at all. And when you put it on the paper, it looks like it's like a fluorescent kind of color. But then when it dries, it's a different color. So hard to explain. But it's weird how it works. It starts out as one color that looks orange, doesn't even match the lid, but then after it dries, it matches the lid. So it's just crazy. But anywho, that is the method to my madness. That at the retreat, I'm going to have a whole bunch of tips and tricks and all kinds of cool stuff that's going to help out with that. But I think the struggle is going to be real for me throughout the entire, for the next, 6-8 months, because it'll take me that long to, like, it's already been about 6 months, but it'll take about a year for me to really get used to seeing these numbers if I use them all the time. But you know me, I go, oh, I'm just going to go back to Copic. You like why 12 and 13 are dark browns? Right. What's up with that? Oh, you must have the old numbers. See, you have the old numbers. Yep. It's crazy. I mean, seriously, if you just look at them, it's just crazy. This is E14, but it was YG. This was YR, and now it's yellow. I don't know. It's insane. The B's are the same way. This was PB1. I don't even know what PB is. That just makes me think of peanut butter. I don't know about y'all, but that's what it does to me. So I'm looking for some oranges and browns and I think I want to have some blue-ish colors in there. And then we're going to need some red colors for those tail feathers. I'm just making this up as we go along. I think it'll be fine. Not really worried about it all that too much. Because we'll test it. And if it, we'll swatch it. And if it doesn't look good, then we'll move on to a different color. But I think I'm going to go with this No, I want R210, not 110. R210. Here we go. That'll give us a red, but it's not real red. R28's a good one. R28. Here it is. Oh, I think that one that's really orange is it RV28? Oh no. I don't know. One of them is really, really orangey, and it's crazy. Crazy orangey. Orangey crazy. Orangey crazy today? Let's see. I think maybe I'll go with maybe R215. All right, let's see. This will get us started anyway. So let's swatch out what I picked. So this is, I have noticed the colors on the cap don't always match what colors. Yeah, and that's because you can't make plastic be the same color exactly as the alcohol ink. So they do the best they can, but you're right, it doesn't always match. I need one in between there, I think. And I'll tell you what they are when we decide. We like that one. I think we need one between R15 and R215 and R210. And they don't go as easy like Copic, so you can't just say, oh, I'll pick, you know, R211 or whatever, because it's more pink than red, more of the fuchsia color than red. I really want a red. So I'm going to try this. Oh, there we go. That's R016. So they don't go in the numbering system like Copic does. So they're a little bit more challenging if you don't know them. Just saying. They blend, all the alcohol markers blend beautifully. You just have to know how to pick the numbers. That's the hardest part. But they all are beautiful in their own way. I did notice that there's not as many light colors for me in the Ohuhu. It's like they don't have as many really light pastel-y colors, which works out great for me because I'm not a huge fan of the pastel. I like to color with darker colors anyway. So it works good for me. I just can't pull the markers as fast as I do with Copics because I haven't learned where all 360 of these markers are yet. And I don't even have to look when I pull the Copics. So still a learning curve, but it will be amazing. I'm trying to pick a brown that I like that's really good brown because we need brown too. And then we'll get started. E58. I need E58. 58. There it is. Okay, so let's see how we did with this brown. We have E511. And then we have E711. That one's a little darker, so that'll be our first one. Then this will be our middle one. And then for the light one, I chose E58. Oh, that works very nicely. So love that. Then this one, Y216, it kind of has a yellow tint to it. So let's start the other two colors. E614. That one's pretty dark. And then put a little orange in that. YR215. It's kind of a reddish orange. And then I wanted to come in with this one, but I'm not really sure that's going to all work. Oh, yeah. That should be okay. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with this yellow Y color. And then here's our red, R215. Then R016. The hex chart is brilliant. Yeah, it is. But, you know, I just don't use it that much anymore like I used to. R210. Oh, that's very nice. I like that combination. But in the beginning, when you're first learning them, it's super helpful. So if you don't have one, it's really helpful. I would not use the comparison charts, though. You can't really match up a Copic to a Ohuhu or Olo, or they don't. It doesn't work that way. This one is YR515 and YR38. I mean, you can kind of match up the numbers, but they're missing in so many different areas that it just doesn't give you the best combination. And then this one's YR17. So we're going to start off with those combinations. With the exception of that, they all look like they could go with the chicken pretty well. So I'm going to start out with the little beaks with this YR515, YR38, and YR17. 17. So these three right here are the ones we're going to start out with. And I never go by the names. You know why I don't use names when I'm using the markers? I never call them by name. Because, well, I asked you if you knew, and then I just told you why. Because they change the names in Copic sometimes. They try to keep up with the colors of, you know, the world or whatever. And so they'll have the same marker number with a different color name. And so I decided not to learn the names. I just learned the numbers. I know what the numbers are, but I like to use the numbers and not the names. So we're just doing little beaks right now, just to get us a little bit of, and they all blend beautifully. It's just a little bit of a different way that you do it. So let me zoom in just a little bit so you can see these chickens a little closer. So with Copics, I can pick the numbers that are so close to each other that they just blend well together. But I do find that when I'm trying to match up that Copic trio combination with another brand, then sometimes they're missing that in between one that I need, so that it takes a little bit more to blend them together. And I'm pretty sure that's just because I learned Copic and then learned the other ones, so I know them better. You know, I've been doing them over 20 years, so learning another 360 numbers plus another 256 numbers from Olo, it's just a lot of numbers in your head. I will say that Ohuhu kind of stuck with the same color family numbers, with the exception of some crazy YGY and, you know, some weird grays. But for the most part, they kept the same color families as Copic did, but Ohuhu did not. I mean, Olo did not. They changed their earth tone colors to YO and O, and that's very confusing too. Okay, I think, so I like their little beaks. I like this color. Hey, Mama. So I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to give some of these that have nice, pretty, you know, feathers and stuff like that. I want to kind of put some of this color in their little tail feathers and their little wing feathers. And this one I'm going to skip a couple. So I'm going to do a few in this color and a few in some of the other colors. So it's going to look different on each one, so don't worry about that. I think I'll do this part that starts the tail feathers in this color for him. Her, him, him, her, him, ha. Whatever you want to call it. Alright, so I'm still using the same three color family, the same three markers from that YR that I used on the beak. Just blending them out. But as you can see, the coloring still looks pretty with, it doesn't matter what markers you use. It's just whatever you get used to and whatever you learn how to color with, you can make them look really good. So maybe I'll make this little hen in this combination color too, and just change out the, I don't want her body to be with the yellow color, but I might do it the other two colors and just add a third. And we're kind of doing these all at the same time because it's easy. These are just little chickens. Look how cute they are. Hey, Karen. They're so cute. These, by the way, in case I didn't mention it earlier, these are from Lala Land Crafts. They're really cute and I like them a lot. And I think this was my brown color combination that I chose. I do like the nibs on this one. It's a little bit pointier than what I'm used to. So you have to kind of get used to that. But it's a little bit more stiff and not as flexible. So it's just a learning curve for that one. But I want all these chickens to look a little different. So we're not going to color them the same. We're just going to color them all a little different. So I'm going to give that one more brown. But this one, I think I'll give him, I'm going to wait on that one. I think I'll do the body in this one. Notice how I go into each indent and then make some of the little brush strokes a little bit longer. So it kind of shows like a shadow-ish effect. Like, see where each one of these furs tucks out, sticks out, however you want to say that. I'm not really sure what that's called. I'm not really a chicken master. I just really like chickens. I just think they're cute. In stamps, I don't want any at my house, but my daughter has chickens. Hi, Tamara. Hey, Meg. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. All right. This almost looks like an eagle when you color it like that. If you took that big tail feather off, it kind of has an eagle face. Makes me think eagle anyway. But I might just be crazy. I might just be crazy. Oh my goodness. My friend's making me sing on my lives now. When you listen to someone, you pick up the habits. I have a lot. You have a lot of chicken in your freezer? That's funny. We did not have chicken tonight. We had chili. So no chicken for me. Cheese, I can't remember which one I used. I think 58 was last. Yep. It was. I don't like when they roll around my desk though. The Ohuhu doesn't do it too bad, but Olo rolls around my desk so bad. I end up dropping them on the floor. I do drop some Ohuhus, but not too many. Because they kind of have a stopper on the lid, but Olo doesn't. I need to get me some more trays from the shop to hold my pens still when I'm coloring. Look at him and his cute little body. I have no idea what I'm going to do with their heads, but they're stinking cute. I think I'm going to color this one, and I'm going to leave a little bit of uncolored area in there in the center to put a lighter color in there. So with these, I noticed that sometimes I have to go over it that second time where that connection is between the two markers to get that smooth blend. But it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just means you have to play with it a little. I want to leave that body a little bit different colors, so we need a lighter brown to go with our body brown. And maybe, let's see, this one is E58. So maybe I'll go with, well, let's try E49. Let's see if E49 is lighter. Oh, yep, it is. All right, here we go. Just adding this E49 in there. Again, it's lighter and it's going to show where the two colors come together. So the way you work that out, these are the kind of things you're going to learn if you come to a retreat or a class with me. These are the types of things I teach you, is how to make that blend so it looks completely smooth. Unless you want it to show that. But you see how it starts coming together? You just have to give it a little bit of extra love right around those areas. And they will blend. These markers blend very nicely together. See? Let's do this one just a little bit more down here. Soften that up just a little bit. There we go. We want a little bit of texture up underneath the chicken's chin. Just so we have some darker and lighter, but it blends so nicely. Any marker you use is going to be awesome. Well, once you learn the technique, it is a lot easier with any kind of alcohol marker, that's for sure. Thank you. Yeah, the blending just becomes a challenge to figure out. Now, this combination I'm about to do is going to have, I'm just going to do the rest of that in like reddish color. But I'm going to start doing his combination with this. I'm going to do every other one. Just because I want him to have some other color as well than just the same one. I almost want to put some blue in here. Doesn't that sound crazy? I just almost want to put some blue in there. I want those little wings to kind of match. I'll probably pick a much lighter color for this one's body so he's not exactly the same as the other ones. And then I think I'll do some of this as well. I mean, why not? We'll just make these feathers just like the tail. Just like the tail feathers. Sounds awesome. Add blue. I might have to add blue. I just feel like, I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling the blue. I'm feeling the blue. All right, now we're going to pick up this YR215, which is going to be a little bit of a reddish tint to that brownish color. Starting to move us into that reddish tint. It's not going to be red because we're going to be using like a yellowish color next. So it's going to kind of mix them together. And those are his little wobblers, gobblers, whatever you want to call them. I don't know the name of that, but we don't want to color those. Second, add blue. Okay. Because we have some blue in this background, so I'm trying to stick with some colors you'll see in the background. So, but I think blue would look cool. Now this one's going to go into a yellowish color, and I may end up making that just a little bit lighter by picking another color. That's pretty cool though right there. I like that. Mix it up right there. Yeah, I have been playing with these markers a lot. But I would think that a brand new person would struggle a little because there's no easy combinations. Like Copic sets up some of theirs where you can do 29, 27, 25, or, you know, or 5, 7, 9, but they're not like that with these. So you have to be a little bit more knowledge on the colors before you can mix them up like that. But it works okay for me because I don't like to do the combinations that are like 5, 7, 9 because I did them so much when I first learned that I kind of got tired of those combinations and wanted to switch it up. So I spy with my little eye. I know these chickens. I bet you do. My sister named a rooster after her husband, Jimmy. He had blue. I'm team blue. Okay, we'll add some blue. Yes, these are these. I love these little chickens. Yes, yes, yes. They are adorable. And I've seen a few more stamps I'm going to have from Lala Land recently. These little animals are so adorable. And we're just mixing all kinds of colors to give it just all kinds of beautiful. I think I'm going to add a little bit of this down here on this one and maybe here. And we'll put the red in between. So we are going to need one more yellow-ish color, so to speak. So that was our Y216. So we're going to want something a little more on the yellow side, like maybe Y27. See if I can find that one. There it is. And I'll come over here and check it out next to that one. Maybe I need a little bit darker. Maybe 29 instead. Oh yeah, that's going to do it for me. Okay, so I'm going to use Y29 first, then I'll use 27 because it's a little bit, it's more yellow, but it's a little bit darker. So I think we'll come in here with this one and kind of keep it in this more golden color than light yellow. So we got a nice little golden color there. There we go. Thank you so much for popping into the live. You might have known just from just chicken on you. There they are. Okay, let's make these a little bit on the golden side as well. Because, oh my goodness, how cute is that? All right, and then here is the 27 that I originally was going to pick. I'm going to go from the other end just so I don't drag any of that darker color into the lighter color. Kind of push it back instead. And it'll give me some light yellows. I'm going to put the light yellows on here, but I might need a blender color to help me enhance those two together. No, they seem to be doing all right. I think I'm all right with that. So yeah, that looks good. I like that. And now we need to do these two. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Yes, it does add a nice highlight. I like it. I agree. Now, we're going to add the reddish color that I picked, and we're going to add it all the places we need. Then we'll go back in with the other colors, and we'll pick some blue for the tail feathers and the light color for this one's body. I'm going to make this part up here red too. So we're going to do it in the angle. Just going to keep our brush strokes going in that angle of the top part of this little chicken's head. There we go. And then we're going to do this one as well. I mean, because even if it's a little different, we could give her red hair. I like the red up there. So cute. There we go. And then we also have R016 is our next one. We're just going to leave a teeny part at the end of these little parts to do in the lighter red, almost pink color. I think I'll do the underside like that. There we go. Ooh, nice and red. That red really makes it show up. Red hair shows they're related. Exactly. Perfect. That's exactly what I like. My mama has red hair. I wanted red hair. I settled for purple. R210 is the next one, and again I'm going to go from the back into the color. It's not really a pink color, it's more of like a mauve-ish color, so it blends really nicely and it doesn't make it look pink, so I like that, and I think it's kind of perfect. These chicks would be great with your new cow in your last release. Yes, it would. And you know, after I released those, I bought these chickens. I didn't do any chickens in my release, so I was like, I have to have these adorable chickens. I bought the chickens and the ducks. The ducks, oh my gosh. I wish I could show you guys my duck card, but I've already mailed it out. Or maybe no, I didn't do it on live. So I'll have to do those next time. Let's put at least a couple of red feathers, like on this gal. Just do the top one, and then we'll do the bottom one. I'm going to put the blue on this guy, and we'll do the middle one red. We'll leave this girl red and yellow. And we should put one or two of red in here too. Like maybe, let's see, let's do, I think I only want to do like 2 of them. So maybe this one. And we're going to do it like this feather's going behind, so we need some back here. And then we'll do this one. Like that. And I'm going to put just a little bit on the tip of the feather. I love the large eyes too. Me too. Me too. Me too. Me too. I think that's what really got me. I felt like they were looking at me saying, please take me home. Please save me. Plus my daughter has chickens and she really likes her chickens, so I figured I can make her chicken cards. This one under here won't get the lightest color because it's hidden back there. This one right here, it will get a little bit. You two love that large eyes. Me too, me too. Okay, R210. It's the eyes, I think. The ducks have really big eyes like that too, and they're so cute. I like the big eyes. liking these colors, and I think they're going to go well with the background, so I'm really happy with that. Because I really wasn't thinking about that, but I have already used the die cut, so I don't want to not use that. All right, one more thing I need to do with the yellow is I need to come in, and I want to use the same yellow I used here. That was the 27 on the tips of the wings right here. You know, we're just winging these colors. Pun intended there. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. All right, so I know I know which colors I want. Let me just find them. They are the 70s. E456, E70. Maybe they're not the 70s. Hold on. Hold, please. I want this E26. There we go. Let's try that one. And I want like more of a tan color, so let's try 66. But not, I don't want it, I want it to have some real tone to it, not just bland, you know? E311. I think that's the one I want. I think I already have that one out. Oh, please. Oh, it's so dark in here. I can't see my numbers. I have 511, 711. Where's my 311? It's probably this last one I'm going to look at. Is it already in my hand? No. All right. Well, I bet I put it in the wrong place. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. Let's try this combination right here. So this is E66. That's kind of a tan-ish color. Like I'm thinking about for their heads. This is E311. So that one kind of goes pretty good as being the darker. And then this one is E26, which will give me a little bit of a greenish type. I think that'll be good. I want to do that. Do you know I'm just winging these colors out here, but that's the way I roll. You guys know that's what I do. All right, so here we go. I know I didn't pick the blue yet. Right now I'm going to work on the top part of the little chickens. Because they're so cute. But if we're going to add blue in the wings, we're going to add blue to the eyes. I think the eyes will be blue. And I want these to look like feathers. So I'm just going to add a little bit of these lines to make it look textured. Yes, this would be great for autumn. You're right, it would. But it's going to go with this paper that I have. It's kind of a springy, but they still look like chickens. I mean, I don't want to change what they look. I want them to look like chickens, you know. But I think you really could color that one as like this one as like an eagle. If you know, changed him up a little bit, because his face makes me think eagle. I don't know why. It just makes me think eagle. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to give it some of this. Don't worry, I'm going to blend them out so it won't be that obvious. But just stick with me. Don't bail on me. He is going to be, his body and his head are going to be the same color. Not for the other ones, but for this one for sure. So I'm going to put a little shadow up underneath this little feathers area. And then we also want to put a little bit on these wings. I'm going to extend these a little bit more. Give us just a little bit more. There we go. And then up underneath here, I'm going to get some of this color on there as well. Maybe we'll do this too. A little bit shorter than the girl chickens, because he's the rooster. He doesn't need as much flair. I sure wish I could color half as good as you. You need to come to the retreat. I'll teach you how to do it. Well, this one's sold out, but we'll do another one. But you'll have to come because I can teach you how to do this stuff. I promise. You can do it too. This one is E66. And I upload these videos to YouTube, so if you get your chickens from Lala Land, you can re-watch the video and you can practice with your chickens. I don't have an affiliate link, so you just, hold on one second. You just go to, I'm pretty sure that, there it is. www.lalalandcrafts.com. lalalandcrafts.com. That's where you can get the stamps. Okay, now I'm going to do this just underneath. We're going to do the same thing with this one. I mean, the retreat that I'm having in April, in less than 2 weeks, we'll have 10 coloring lessons on how to color all kinds of stuff, and 7 projects that they'll complete and take home with them, but they'll complete them while they're there. Gonna be so much fun. And it's in Vegas. How can you not? Autocorrect. Autocorrect drives me crazy too. Sometimes I don't even catch it, you know? It's autocorrect and then somebody, I read it back or somebody reads it and they're like, what are you saying? And I'm like, oh, autocorrect snagged me when I wasn't looking. Because sometimes it just changes your stuff, just like, bam, without you even knowing it. I think we need to put some down here. We gotta get this guy. We gotta start building his color in his body. Because we are gonna make him the same color all the way through. There we go. Oh, and this little part right back here. Where his little tail is. Alright, last color I have. Practice makes progress. That's right. But when you just keep a couple of the things you do in the beginning and then go back and look at them after you've colored a bunch more, and it's a big difference. You'll see the improvement as you're going along. I used to do that, and trust me, I used to color very elementary and very not very good when I first started out. I remember I wanted to be able to do it right away, and it just didn't work out that way for me at all. So I colored every single day for like 2 years, just to make sure I could really get the skills down. Who are we sending prayers? What did I miss? Look at how cute that little guy is. There's a little bit of a greenish tint to this, but I think it's really good for the background. Like, it'll really match with the background. Now this one, I didn't go around the bottom with the dark color, so it'll be a little bit lighter than that one was. But our main focus is making sure we get rid of that line between that brown color and this color. Oh, and when we do the eyes with the black gel pen, oh gosh. The multi-liner and the gel pen, it's gonna look so good because these eyes are so big. It's gonna look amazing. I think you guys are gonna be surprised. There are so many different ways I want to color these that I am absolutely 100% sure this won't be the only time I color this stamp set. I do like to get stamp sets that I'll color a bunch of times. Okay. So this one is done except the eyes. This one's done except the eyes. This one. And where did that little... There he is. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you get better, Stacy. We need some blue. And I think that I'm going to add a little bit of this. I'm not going to add the darkest color. I'm just going to add the E66. Like... on this one, and then I'm going to add that greenish color with it that we just did for the top of their heads, just so he has a little bit of that color in there too, to go with the blue that we're going to put in there, because we got to give him a little bit of those colors in there. All right, now for our blue color, and I feel like I don't want it to be bright blue. I want it to be more of a maybe like a muted kind of blue, like B414. I kind of like that one. BV414. Where is that? That is my favorite. That is one of my favorites. B414. BV48. And I know that sounds crazy, but it is more blue than... And let's try BV58. Let's try these three together. You want to color it loads of variations? Yes, that is a good sign. A sign of a good stamp for sure. Let's try... Oh, that's a nice... Yeah, that's a nice blend. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, it's going to be a little bit darker, but a little bit of that bright blue. It's going to be perfect. Okay, so we're going to use those three. Then we have to color our worm. See our little worm over here? Okay, and we'll use these colors for the eyes as well. So this is BV414, which I know denim blue is a BV. I don't know what to tell you guys about that. That's why I don't learn the names. Because if I was looking for denim, I would not be looking in the BV. I would be looking in the Bs. You don't own any chickens? These are the cutest chickens ever. The only other chickens I own, and I'm going to be honest, I have never colored them, are this Stampin' Up! Ones with the funky hair. I bought them. I can't seem to sell them, even though I've sold most of my other Stampin' Up! Because I just don't use them. but I couldn't get rid of those chickens, even though I've never colored them. But I've only had these like 2 weeks, and I already colored the ducks a while ago, and I just now coloring the chickens. So yeah, these are really awesome. We're just going to blend this B48 with the B58 that I already put on there. And look, it's perfect. It's not an overpowering blue. It's just like a perfect subtle blue. So for these eyes, I'm going to take this BV 414 and I'm going to go just right around this pupil area. I don't really know how people normally color these, but I don't want to color the whole eyeball in. So we're going to try this. If it doesn't work out, then we'll color the whole eyeball in. But I want to just kind of play around with it. And I want to do it kind of slow so I can see what's happening as it goes along. I mean, maybe I will color the whole thing in. I did it for the ducks. This side is so tiny, but this side gives me a little bit of room to work with. Oh my gosh. I think we are going to color it all in. These are going to be some big eyes for our little guy. But don't worry, we're going to put some texture within those big eyes. So I'm going to need my colorless blender. And I'm going to need a G color, like a really, really, really light G color. So maybe, let's see, is G41? Oh yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to take my G41 first, and I'm going to go just right here around the center part. Just want to add a little bit of green to these eyes. Trust me. Trust the process. We'll get there. Well, it's almost working. Here it comes. We will have to put the darker color in again, but green is going to make it look so cool. All right, here we go. Back in with the dark colors. Let's give them darker color around the outside. I haven't colored these eyes before, so I'm just kind of winging it on how I want to do it. I haven't decided yet, so we're just going to play around till we get something we like. I'm kind of liking that. I want that green in there, so that's why I did that. And then I'm going to put him just like human people eyes. You know, I'm just going to put him a little bit of texture in there. It'll be so subtle. It won't stand out very much, but it will look like big googly eyes. Yep, winging it. I'm winging it. Go back in with that darkest color one more time around the bottom. So I feel like the other color lightened it up a little bit, and I really want it to look a little bit darker. I like them. Now, while we're at it, let's just put the black over the eyes so you can see how much more they stand out. Beth, do we need chickens? Yes, you need chickens. These chickens, so cute. Okay, I'm going to do the black on the eyes so you can see how good it looks. So you will do this with your chickens as well. Now, doesn't that make it just stand out like crazy? And we'll put our white gel pen on there, but wow, look at those eyes compared to, I mean, wow, really, wow, that was great. These guys are going to have blue eyes too, so we just have to repeat that process, and we'll do it together. Now that I have a little better idea of what I want to do with them, I'm going to do them with lots of dark under here. I'm going to go ahead and add that green first. My eyes look like they slept in their makeup. I'll keep trying. Eyes take a little while to get used to. I mean, they are definitely a challenge. So I'm going to go around with this green so I don't have to wash it out and go back in. I'm just going to put the green in right now, almost as an underpainting. So we'll get that one prepped too. And then we're going to come in with our 58. Oh yeah, I really like when we put the white gel pen on there, it's going to make it even better. I was a little nervous because I didn't know how it was going to come out, but I kind of like it. I mean, like I'm pretty happy with how it worked out. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some of those lines in here, some coming from the eyes, some coming away from the eyes. Now that I kind of know how I want it to look, I'm going to go ahead and put that in right now before we put the light color in there.
Hello everyone.
Hey look, there's Dale. I color eyes so well, thank you. Sometimes I just play around with the eyes. You know, I just play around with them and play around with them until I figure out what I want to do with them. This one's a little darker than I thought it was going to be. So I'm probably going to have to go back in with the green again. I don't mind. It happens a lot where you have to go back in and like really work it up the way that you want it. But this time I'm going to go real close.
Just a little teaser for y'all. I am working on a new product for this release.
I know, and we are almost halfway through the week, so it's going to be awesome. So you guys only have a couple more days to wait. Tee-hee-hee. Look at those. They look so bright. They look so bright. 48. Let's put just a few more of these back in, just to give them a little bit of texture eyeballs. I mean, these eyes really make these chickens, so you have to spend some time really making those eyes look really good. At least I think, anyway. Yeah, everything has arrived. We already have the whole new release and everything is here. Everything is here. So I'm just coloring in the black part that we stamped with the memento. But I'm using an alcohol-friendly marker. I mean, multi-liner, just in case I need to go back in and do anything. Wow, those eyes. Oh, those chickens are so cute. Okay, we did already put some green on this one, so now I'm going to go in and do the same thing. These other chickens, their eyes are a little bit bigger than that one was, just by a hair. Or maybe it was just the practice on the first one. That's why I did the boy first, so we could play around with how we wanted the girls to look. Could have changed them up with different colors, but you just never know, never know, never know, never know. The eyes make everything pop. They do. They do. They definitely do. I think I like this bit of green down here, so I'm going to add more green instead of blue. So even though we're using the same markers, we're kind of giving them all a little bit different eye color and eye look. And this one's going to look like he has a little bit more green. Those, they almost look real, don't they? Like they're just going to jump right out at you. So I'm going to add just a few of these. They will fade into the back. It won't be real obvious, so you don't have to worry about that. And I think that one came together much faster, so each one gets easier. That would have been something I normally would have practiced at least once or twice to see how I wanted to do them before the live. But like I said, I was so busy. I looked at the clock and it said 15 minutes till you're live. And I was like, what am I going to do? And then those chickens just started calling my name from behind my desk. And I was like, well, chickens it will be. Look at that. How stinking adorable. All right, now we have to do this. We'll let those dry while we wait for, we'll let those dry because we're going to color the white gel pen next. Okay, I'm just going to randomly grab a few of these to make this little worm an earthworm. I'm just going to give him a little bit accent on his little body. Just give him a little bit of earthworm colors. He's going to be a happy little earthworm. My R38. Oh, I think that one's too orange. I think I need the different one. That was too orange. I think I want to use that golden kind of color one, which I think was my RY216. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I'm also going to add one more color after that, which is this one with the green, the E26. A little bit of green color to him. Just to give him a little bit of shine. So he changes them up just a little bit. But I'm going to do his eye with the multi-liner the same way. I'm not going to do the coloring, but I am going to just go right over top of the white part, and we'll just put that back in with the white gel pen. Now, before I do the white gel pen, while I'm waiting for, I'm going to move these markers. Hopefully they're not going to fall off my desk. Okay, my white gel pen is right here. And we got to cut out this little guy out, so I'm going to cut him out. But I'm going to cut him out with a little bit of a big border because I want to use the spinners. I don't know if these spinners are going to work. I ordered them on Amazon. I hope they work. But we're going to find out live together.
Those little nano spinners?
Yeah. I just ordered nail spinners. Somebody told me that on the live the other day, that I could just put nail spinners in there, so I did. And you know, I was thinking nail, but I think they were talking about fingernail, like spinners for when you get your fingernails done or whatever. Okay, that's the only one we have to cut out. You don't have to wait for me to cut everything else out. Okay, I'm going to have to look at colors because I pulled some solid papers. I definitely wanted to use blue, which I think is going to look great with our little chickens. And this is going to look perfect, I think, with our all good colors. All good colors. I'm happy about that. All right, so let's do our white gel pen real quick. Well, let's wait until the very end for the white gel pen after they're all put on where I want them to be and everything. This is our little guy who's going to be on a spinner. So we need to decide where we are going to put, what kind of order we're going to put these chickens on the card that this little guy will go over here and spin around, which I'm excited about. Okay, so I was going to put this on there, but I kind of feel like it needs like one border underneath, like to really make the colors pop. So I pulled a couple of them. Browns, I don't really think brown's the right answer. And the green that I pulled doesn't really match the background as well. So I have this yellow, which I think is good. Or I have this like orangey color. I kind of think the yellow is the best. I don't really have a lot of yellow in the chickens, so I feel like the yellow will just make the colors pop a little bit more. So I think I'm going to go with the yellow. So I need to trim it down because I just want it to be a very slight border around the edge and just fill in those square areas. So I'm going to measure this. The worm is so cute. I know it is so cute. I had to put him up there so I don't lose him. So this is not quite, it's like 5 1/8. So I could do 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, perfect. So I can just trim this down. So that was 4, so I can go up a little bit, and then over here, I'm going to go up this way a little bit. Okay, so that should be good. Is that too big? Oh no, that's perfect. I think that is going to work. I just needed to trim it down. I might need to trim a little bit more this way. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay. So that will fit on there, and then this will go on here. So, yep, you're going to be able to see it. We're going to be popping the chickens up, so it's going to work out great. So I'm going to attach this first. Look how pretty that is on the other side. I like the rusty orange too, but yellow will look good too. Yeah, I like the rusty orange, but I feel like it's a little bit too much orange. Because I wanted to put something behind so you can kind of see it through here. I think that it looks really good with yellow. I think it'll just dull it down a little bit with the burnt orange, so I'll go with the yellow. I had to double check just to make sure. Woo! Slippery little sucker. All right, here we go. Let's get this on here. Up, 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 up. Looks like I might have had the die cut in the machine crooked. Let's see how that looks. I think what I'm going to do is to make this look better, because I have like my cut lines off a little bit. I don't really want it around the outside. I just want it around the holes. So I'm just going to trim off all of this excess, because that's really, I just wanted it to be around the inside part. I didn't want it to be around the edges. I just think it would look funny. Like that. Now we don't have to worry about that. I think I'm off a little bit down here, so I'm going to do it on the trimmer so it's kind of a straight cut. Because see, it's a little bit on the crooked side, and I want it to be more straight than that. There we go. Just a smidge, just to straighten it up. Now, it'll give me a little bit more blue around the outside, which I kind of like. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this on because we're going to pop up these. So we're going to use our pop dots to pop those up and then spin our little worm. I hope this spinner works. I hope this spinner works. I mean, you guys just saw me open them, so you know I haven't had them very long. Let's move this up just a little bit more. Up about right there. That's where I want it. Let's flip it over. Give it a good rub. There we go. Okay. Now, where do we want to put these chickens? Oh my goodness, you guys, these fingernails. I think because the little chicken feet need to be at the bottom. Oh my goodness. You haven't tried them yet? I'm about to try them. I hope it works. It's pretty small, so I'm probably going to have to use my tweezers. And I think I'm just going to use my Barely Art glue, but we're going to try it and see. I might actually put some ink around the edges, but I don't know if you do. Oh, yeah. It's stuck underneath my fingernail. Yeah, this top part I think is the part that spins. And I'm just going to try my, those will fit nicely in my little case I have. And this is so tiny, I knew this little guy would fit on here. I should have done his eye already though, but too late now. Now I dropped him. That had my glue on it. Darn it. Good thing it wipes right off. I hope this is the way he's supposed to be. They recommended strong glue. I tried with 3-in-1 and it fell off. Well, I have some other, oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna work. Oh my goodness. He's cute. I probably should put it up a little bit more, but it's stuck there now. I was going to use a glue dot, but I think I'm just going to use this glue because it seems like it's working okay. I know it's funny to put the worm moving around on the desk, but I think that is what I want. I'm going to hold it for a second to see if it'll stay. Because how cute is it with that little worm? It's almost like he's teasing the chicken. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'm just going to pull one of my, I'm just going to pull 2 of my little brushes, and whatever ink is on them, that's what we're going to use. So we're not going to use a lot. Oh my gosh. People said that this is obsessive. Do you just want to keep spinning them all the time? And they are not kidding. He's a little top heavy though, so he tends to hang upside down. So I probably should have put him on there the other way, but well, that's how you learn. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to do the outside with blue just a little bit to kind of soften that that white that's around there. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of blue.
Does that stamp set come with any sentiments?
Yes, it did. It comes with a lot. Hold on one second and I will share that with you. Oh, I like the blue. I think I'm going to put brown on this one. I'll put blue on the last one. This is kind of a little bit of a brownish. It's frayed burlap. And he'll go right there. And then this one is the faded jeans, which I need to refill my ink pad on this one for sure. So good thing I had some ink in the brush. Huh? Okay, good night, Meg. We're almost done. We're just going to, I gotta find my, oh, there they are. Gotta find my large dots so I can put them on the backers of these. Oh, we should do the eyes before we stick them down. All right, here we go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is fill in this part so I can make it round again, because I kind of messed with it a little bit when I was adding this stuff. And then I'm going to do just these little flicks just to show a little bit of like light in the eyes so it looks shiny. Let's do it, soften it up a little bit. I can't get my finger in there because I don't want to mess up the big part. But there we go. Just a little bit. Soften it up just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that's cute. Makes it look glassy. Now we can put our little things on there. I mean, I should have done the long strips, but that's all right. It won't take that long. I have an obsession with these. I like there to be a lot of them on there so that it doesn't, you know, so it doesn't dent in. I like them spinners. I'm going to have to learn them a little bit better so my little worm doesn't hang upside down. I think I put it too low on the worm, but look at him spin. Okay, I want this to be maybe right there. Perfect. Now we're going to do this one. There we go. Oh, is Mama going to bed? Good night, Mom. I think I'm going to cut one of these in half. So I can put half of it on this side and the other half on the other side. That way it won't fall down. We'll peel those off. They come off super easy, so I don't mind. Don't know what Dale's out there cutting. He's making lots of noise. Okay, this one will go right here. This guy, I'm gonna have to put his dots on first, and then I'll do his eyes. And I'm so excited that the spinner works. These spinners, I'm going to have so much fun with them. I can't even tell you. I do have a sentiment we have to put on there. I already stamped it. So on this stamp set, let's see, I can read while I peel these off. We have, it's your birthday, strut your stuff. I don't know why that would be missing. I'm pretty sure I didn't use that at all. Then, love roosts here. Just wing it. Best of cluck. Hey, chick. Early chicken gets the worm. Home is where the nest is. Just chicken in. You're a good egg. You're extraordinary. And then the one that we're going to use is just chicken in. Just chicken in. Now we'll do his eyes. And his eye. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I can't even with him. And then this just chicken in. Where am I going to put that? I may have to cut that down. Trying to decide where I want to put that. And I kind of want to put it up here. I thought if it would fit, that would be great. Oh, there we go. Let's do it there. Let's cut this off. And it will fit right here. And it'll just hang off the edge. I'll put one pop dot on there. A small one. Like one of these little bitty ones. And we'll put glue on the rest so it sticks to the top. To use those tweezers again. Perfect. There we go. And now we have, okay, let me hold it up close so you guys can really see it. Isn't it adorable? Look at those amazing eyes. They're so cute. Aren't these just the cutest ever? And you can just swing it and it like, and it doesn't stand up too awful high. It's pretty small. It's almost like just like a pop dot. I'm going to tell you, Cooper is going to stinkin' love these things. So I got them on Amazon. I don't remember how much they were, but there's like 30 of them in here, and they came in this little box. Oh, wait, here's the description. Leelosp, Leelosp, 30 pieces, and this is the gunmetal color. So they have silver, gold, and gunmetal, but I wanted it to kind of hide, so I thought since I usually use black pop dots, the gunmetal would be the best. Leelosp. Leelosp? I'm not really sure what that is, but anyway, I got them on Amazon. So I just looked for nail spinners and it popped up. And so I ordered it 2 days ago and it's already here. So it came in super fast. Pretty happy about that. They're about $8.99. That's probably correct. That's probably exactly what I paid. I mean, how can you not sit here and spin that little guy? That spins better than any other spinner thing I've ever had. That is an amazing. Grab them now on Amazon. It's not an affiliate for me or anything, but if you want them, grab them now, because once everyone discovers that you can buy them cheap on Amazon, they're going to want them. Or I'll see if I can get them in bulk. Came in 3 different colors too, and different sizes. Yes, there are different sizes as well. I went for this small, tiny one because I knew I wanted to put it on really tiny little things, but you can get them bigger. They spin for a long time. This poor little worm's gonna be dizzy as all get out by the end of the night. But look how cute he is. So I hope you guys like that. I hope you thought that was fun. I hope you learned something. Yes, we used Ohuhu. I'll be switching it up. Sometimes it'll be Olo, sometimes it'll be Ohuhu, and sometimes it'll be Copic. So yeah, check it out on, if you didn't get to watch the whole thing, I'll be uploading it to YouTube tonight. So if you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. And thank you so much for coming and joining me. Don't forget, we have another live on Thursday night. And we'll be doing our Thursday night live. I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll be doing something. And then Friday will be the sneak peek of the new release. And Saturday will be the release party. And I will post the release party information in the group soon. So just watch out for that, and you'll know when to come and join us. So take care. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I sure hope that Irene liked it. I hope Irina liked it. So have a great evening. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Good night.